Hi, I'm Dr. Murphy from the local healing house, and this is our number one weekly goal. Something that we're going to set up for ourselves to try to improve our life every single week. I wanted to start with financing because I think finances are really important and it is a part of our health and wellness journey. However, right now, every single aspect of new social media is full of just arguing and hate, and it doesn't matter what team you're on, turn it off. Turn it off. If you cannot spend at least 24 hours away from social media, you have to reflect on yourself and find out what is really happening within yourself. And you might come up to a couple of different conclusions. Maybe watching the train crash is what you're about. You want to watch the drama, and hey, Bravo TV exists and E Entertainment exists for a reason. That is absolutely fine. That's what brings you joy, and that's what gives quality to your life. There's nothing wrong with that, but just be aware of it. Then there's the other people who are absolutely inundated with being manipulated, with being controlled. And you know what? Maybe at some point you need to go look up the show Social Dilemma on Netflix. That will explain a lot. And if you also are able to find the show, or it was actually a movie called What Do Black Men Really Think? I think it was done in 2005. Watch that. Take notes because what you're going to find at the end of it, how much of your knowledge is so incredibly wrong about what you think is going on in the world, and having a non-bias, having the ability to look at objectivity, looking at data and facts, we start to realize that we're often put into a situation where we are sometimes under the control of, well, nowadays AI is a big popular name, algorithms, whatever it is not healthy and it is not helping you, and it may be creating some behavioral issues within yourself. So if you're able to take the challenge of turning off all social media for 24 hours, and when you come back, I promise you, it's all going to be the same. It's all going to be the same. And if you turn it off for a week or two and you come back and you're going to find it is all the same. Nothing is going to change. The argument may change. What people are fighting about may change, but it's still going to end up coming back down to the same thing. It is fighting, it is name calling, and you are getting suckered into that. Don't be a part of that cycle. I have gone literal months without any social media in my life, and I took it another step. I don't have news in my life. I have podcasts. I have this podcast that I've been listening to, I think about 5 years now. Me and my mom absolutely love listening to them. Every time we get into the car, we turn on the podcast. We call them the girls. What are the girls talking about today? Well, I got rid of the news in my life because I realized nothing good was coming from it. I have absolutely no ability to control what's happening in the world. I only have the ability to make myself feel worse. So I turned it off. No TV, no radio, no public talk shows. It's all been absolutely turned off. So when I was listening to my podcast, and they're a non-political group, and they usually talk about things in the past and solved crime cases, and they started to chant exactly what I'm trying to remove myself from. So I no longer have that podcast in my life, and that kind of hurts my feelings a little bit because having to tell a friend I don't want to hear about it is very different than going to someone who you idolize as a hero and you look up to and you want to be more like because, sometimes our heroes, they always say don't meet your hero because they're never what you think. Well, that's how I feel in this situation. I removed the negativity out of my life. I removed the hate out of my life. I removed the ad hominems out of my life because it's not helping me grow, thrive, or be a better person. What I'm aware of is what's happening within my own community and happening around me, things that I can control. I've been on national boards, I've been in international groups, I've been on state boards, and I've been on my local volunteer in my own city. I try to focus my energy and time on those things that I can help, change, and be a part of. I would love to change state laws. I haven't found a way to do it despite trying to contact and talk to different senators, which I do. I've tried that avenue and it didn't seem to really come to much of anything. So I don't want to get involved with lobbyists. I will on state organizations for the profession, and I've done that before, and I found our lobbyist to be a great person who really helped keep us informed as to what was going on. Unfortunately, in my profession, people are stealing my profession, claiming it to be their own, and then turning around and saying that we're causing the injuries when it's really the people who've stolen our profession. That's a whole nother ball game. But when I was on the state board, that was part of my job. I'm not there anymore because I'm looking at my life differently. I'm looking at my life as a way to not only improve my experience, but the people that I work with. As an example, my business is an anti-exploitation company, which means the employees make almost 100% of what I charge. And they know that. They know exactly what they're going to get paid. They know everything, how much I'm making off of them. And they're working with me because they know that it's such a good opportunity because I do not want to exploit them. That's how I'm changing the world by giving people the respect that they deserve within our profession, within the workforce. I can't change other companies, but I can change what I do. And when I find myself getting wrapped up into the emotions of social media, that's when it's time to turn it off. It's not healthy. It's not healthy if you're staying up late being angry. It's not healthy if you're driving down the road and you're angry. None of these things provide positive experiences to your life. So, why do we keep engaging? We keep engaging because social media knows how to manipulate our emotions. And if you want evidence on that, go search it. Go look it up because Congress actually had that conversation where illegal research was being done on humans without the proper channels to correct those experiments. You cannot just engage in human experimentation without proper permission and proper channels. But that was being done. And I listened to that hearing and I went, my God, that is one of the worst things I've ever heard outside of the Blue Book, which is when the government turned around and dropped a bunch of bacteria on Southern Californians to find out what the bacteria was doing. Gosh, I'm glad people went to the hospital because of that. You cannot just engage in experimenting on people. But that's exactly what social media did. They found out how to manipulate us, how to get us to purchase things, how to get us to stay involved on their platform, and it's often used through anger and hate. And on some days it's watching kitten videos, which we know is also somewhat beneficial for us. But overall, this week goal is to spend at least 24 hours completely disconnected from all social media and all news outlets. Don't let it in. And tell me how you feel afterwards. Did you feel anxious that you didn't know what was going on? Did was there anxiety? Or at the end of the 24 hours, did you actually feel better and feel a little less anxious, maybe even a little less depressed. How much time are you currently spending on social media? What could you do instead of being connected and plugged in? What could you do tomorrow with that same exact time? If you're spending 2 to 3 hours on social media, that's a lot of time that you can gain back into your life. My program is not about politics. My program is not about what someone's doing across the world. My program is about you. It's about you and how you can improve your life. This is about talking to other business professionals and what's affecting their life and how they're coping and managing with it. This is about how each and every single one of us is empowered to say, I don't need to waste my time feeding some billionaires. I mean, these aren't just these people are so rich because they know how to make money off of you by keeping you engaged. Don't be a part of it. It's okay. It's okay. Give yourself 24 hours. Just 24 hours this week to disengage and come back and tell me how you felt. This is Dr. Murphy from the local healing house, and I hope you have a fabulous day.